HR folks. In our last broadcast, we talked about the HR certification program, which is SCP CP, and the entire framework. In this podcast, we will be talking about how you should appear for the examination and what should be your plan and what is key to success to crack the SHRM SCP and CP certification program. First, let's talk about the examination. So examination for the SHRM SCP and CP is held twice a year, which is called spring and winter, which starts somewhere in between May, June to up until July. And then for the winter, it starts somewhere around in November, December up until Jan and up till February. So you can book for this certification examination at least 3 months in advance. If you book in 3 months in advance, then you don't have to give a penalty to applying for the certification program. So be careful, go to the SHRM website and check the timelines to apply for the certification program. Once you have applied for the certification program examination, then you need to go to a Prometric center. I'm repeating, Prometric center, and then book in your respective country exam slot. And be careful in taking the examination slot. Once you have taken this examination slot, you cannot change. If you want to change, you have to pay a penalty. So plan your examination very carefully. Now let's talk about how to crack or how to be successful in the SHRM, SCP and CP certification program examination. Now again, I'm going back to the eligibility criteria. Eligibility criteria, if you are only working at the manager and above level, you must go for SCP examination. If you are working below manager level, you must only then go for CP certification examination. Now, about the study plan. Once you have taken the preparatory course and you have obtained the books, the study plan should be as following. You must dedicate 50% of your time in studying SHRM first book, which is called HR competency book. And you must devote next 50% of the time in 3 books, which is called People, Organization and Workplace. We recommend that you must study at least 6 months before giving the examination. You must study minimum for 50 to 100 pages on a per day basis. And this should be your design of your study plan. You must study the pages, which is theoretical. And by the way, most of the content in the SHRM books are not only theoretical, but also they are like a situational type. So there are various examples are there. So try and correlate what you are learning, theoretical and situational type of study cases in your books, vis-a-vis compare them to your workplace, what you are doing, and analyze them and correlate them. With this, when you are able to do this, you will be able to analyze that if following is the theoretical aspect of it, and this will be the practical aspect of the same concept at your workplace. Now, apart from your books, you will also receive the flashcards. Now, for each of the sub-competency and the competency, you will receive a flashcard. Flashcards are nothing but explanation of the terminologies. Try and read at least 2 to 3 pages of the flashcard every day and try to memorize them. This will help you not only in enhancing your knowledge about HR concepts, but also you will be able to use these terminologies at your workplace, or when you are giving a talks, or when you are having a discussion with your management, or when you are having a discussion with your colleagues. Now, once you have done your study for next 6 months of period, you try to get around 1,000 to 1,500 question banks and try to solve these question banks on a daily basis. This will help you to get into the situational type of case studies, and you will be able to practice your concepts not only from the theory part, also from the practice part of it. Once you have done your study, flashcards and your question banks practices, then approximately around 4 months before the examination, you must book your slot. And around 2 to 3 months before you go for examination, try to start doing the revision and try to highlight and mark which all places you need to focus or if you are not clear, try and go and connect with your senior colleagues or people and try to Google and understand more detail about those concepts. Now, before you go for examinations, you have to be in a very, very cool and composed mind. There'll be approximately 100 questions will be there, and you will get approximately 3 minutes, more than 3 minutes to appear or to answer each question. And each question will be multiple type of question. So when you go for examination, go in a very cool mind, and always remember the first answer which you get will always be the right answer. Now, out of these 4 multiple type of questions, one will be totally outlier. You can remove that straight away. The next will be your 3 answers. Out of 3 answers, if you little analyze that, you will also will be able to identify the next outlier. Now you will be left with 2 probable answers for your question. Now, once you look into those answers and have a reflection at your workplace, you will be easily be able to identify your answers. So that answer you must immediately click. Don't overanalyze, and if you are not able to, if you are stuck, if you are confused, and if you feel that the question is taking more time, just leave that question and move ahead. You need approximately 70% marks to crack the examination, but usually there are around 20 questions are given, which is as a bonus questions for you to crack this examination. A lot of people with regard to how they have successfully cracked the examination, both SHRM, SCP and CP. So the first answer we have received is, one is they were rightly in the eligibility criteria and they were managers and above for the SCP examination, and for the CP examination below managers. That's one. Second, they have done their detailed study and they have been able to correlate their theory into practice. Third is they have been able to study consistently for 6 months of time. Fourth, they have been able to solve the answers, almost 100 answers to question and answers. They have been solving it on a per day basis. And last, for any queries, questions, if they have doubts in their mind, they have been able to go back to the seniors or to us, and we have been able to clear their doubts. Or you can go to the Google, or you can go to any other HR professional who have successfully cleared SHRM, SCP and CP certification program. If you want to connect with me, my details are available in the description of in the video, or you can call me, or you can shoot me a mail. I'll be more than happy to answer your queries. If you want to know more detail about the SHRM, SCP and CP certification program, do check our the previous broadcast, which explains everything about and in detail about SHRM, SCP and CP certification program. The links are available in our description in the video. You're most than welcome to have a look at them. We will see you next in our next broadcast of BostonIICA, where we will explain about the HRCI certification programs. Let's see you then.